Now, most people, when they get into trading, they don't even know where they are at on the ladder. They want to come in and they want to earn a fortune straight away, not realizing the progression stages, where they need to be at, and what stage they're actually at the moment. And that's why most people fail when it comes straight out the gate. So in today's video, I want to break down how you're going to avoid all the shiny objects and all the new trading strategies by self-awareness. And that's going to be understanding where you are on your trading journey. So it's a simple video illustrated just on a little whiteboard that we've got going on here. And I just want you to, at the end of this, where are you? And where did you think you were at the end of this video? So why am I doing this video? Well, a lot of people I speak to, as you can see, book calls and things like that in the backgrounds, and they have no idea where they are in their trading journey. And they think they're ahead, and they think it's going to be easy. And then some of them doing quite well, and they're behind in relation to where they think they are. But to be honest, I would probably say 90% of the people have not even thought about this journey as being a trader, okay? And I'm just going to call this one, obviously, the trader's progression cycle, okay? It's a word that I've just made up. It makes me sound like, I'm really intelligent, but clearly I am not. So we are this side, all right? We're this side of trading, right? And this is where we need to be going. This is what's actually happening, right? So we're this side, and this is what's actually happening. So I'm just going to start from the bottom to the top. We're going to break it down. We're going to go through each one. If you can't sit through these videos, unfortunately, you're probably not going to make it in trading. But again, we love the support. We're over 12,000 subscribers. And we're going to then jump straight in. So the first stage that everybody comes into trading, you, me, everybody else, is going to be down here. So make sure we've got our little trusted tune, which is the gambler, my friends. Yes, the gambler. And the reason that we are a gambler when we come in is because we just instantly get into the market because of the money that we see, all right? So the money that we see, the opportunities that we see, we think we can just jump into a trade and maybe we see it as a game. And that's why the platforms are red and green, to play on our psychology. Then if you know that, but the red and green candles are to play on our psychology. That's why they look gamified, these platforms, to instantly trigger that kind of gambling mindset and that dopamine hit inside us. And this is 100% of all of us when we come into the market, okay? We are gamblers. That's what we're doing. We're going to gamble on this trading, and then we're going to go from there. Now, the problem is when people gamble, they just think it's like any other gamble, hit and miss. And that's how they treat their trading. So if you're going to treat your trading hit and miss, and this is a probability game, and this designed for you to lose, well, I'm sorry, my friends, but you're going to be losing. You're going to be losing, and you've got no knowledge of what you're actually doing. Same as gambling, same as everything else. No knowledge whatsoever. Now, unfortunately, a lot of people stay within this gambler stage for a very long time until they quit. But most people, thankfully, they get out. They don't like it. They think it's a scam. They're not made for it, and they get out of the market. They say it's not for them. And that's a big, huge number of people that don't even get probably past the first, 6 months, all right? Or whatever it may be. So we all start with 100%. Now, let's say that you've been doing it for a little bit, and then you want to then move up to the next stage, okay? So the next type of trader, is going to be, I call it the apprentice. Now, we've seen the video that we did the other week about the apprentice phases. I'm not going to go too deep into that. Go and check that out. But this one's just a name for you if this is what you're level at. And there's about 70% of people that maybe start out at the beginning. They might get to month 2, might get to month 3, might get to month 6, might get to month 12, all right? Whatever. But what they've decided to do on this one is they've decided to learn some knowledge in relation to what they're actually doing, which is crazy, really. We stay in trading sometimes, and I've got some people I talk on, and they've been trading 3 years and they don't know their strategy. 3 years and they don't know the strategy. So it means they've been in apprenticeship for a very, very long time, But this is, 70%. These numbers are just, they're fictional. They're not the exact or anything like that. So before some, really busy person gets in the comments and say you're wrong, it's 68.25%. It's just illustration purposes only, okay? For the serious ones out there. So is this you? This is where you're still losing. Unfortunately, you're going to have to bite the bullet and you're going to have to understand that you are still losing, but now you're getting the knowledge. Now, again, I spoke about this in the apprenticeship phases. This is where the people start to fall off and make the breakthrough, because this is where people kind of get hard. People don't understand, right? So then once we've got through that apprenticeship, you're 70%, you're moving forward, right? The next stage, next level that we need to look out for is the survivor. And this is, I probably would say that for me, this was the most frustrating part of trading. Most frustrating part of this journey of trading. Because at the beginning, you're gambling, it's a little bit of fun. I messed around and gambled for about 2.5 to 3 years, honestly. And I just wasn't taking it seriously. And it's a little bit of fun. Then I went into the apprentice stage, still losing, wasn't really getting anywhere. And then obviously started to get somewhere. And then we get into that survivor. Now, the survivor mode is a very, very tough area or part of this journey or step of this journey, phase, whatever you want to call it, because you actually think that you've started to understand trading and you think that you can trade. This is in the survival mode. But what you're actually doing is you just keep getting to break even. And the majority of the time, you're still losing. So by the end of the month, by the end of the week, by the end of the quarter, you may have taken 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 trades. 40 of them have been winners. 10 have been losers, but you still can't figure out what's going on. This is the stage where you're trying to figure out risk management, but you're losing, but majority of the time, you'll still break even. You're in there where you're a little bit down, a little bit green, a little bit red. And now you've found something that you understand. So you're finding the knowledge, and now you've found a strategy that resonates and aligns with how you are as a person, your personality. You're starting to understand price action, and you're starting to understand that, okay, now if I keep seeing this, this is something that I'm looking at. Done a little bit of back testing because you've been on the learning, you've done your reading, and now you know that you really like trading. That's where you are. Now that's 35%. Now, again, each step, you're going to dwindle down numbers. This is the same in any career that you do, any sports that you do, anything like that. If you keep going, the competition becomes less. So when they talk about it's lonely at the top, the competition at the top is a lot less than the competition at the bottom. It's just that the competition at the top is just as fierce, just as fearless, relentless, and hardworking as you are. The ones at the bottom had no interest, okay? So now you're in the 35% of your survivor, and then you want to get into the next level. Now, the next level is going to be the illuminated. You can see whatever, the aha moment in your trading. You say to yourself, I understand, I've got it. I think I can make this a career. This is the illumination. You see what it's like. New Year's Eve in the Burj Khalifa, illuminated, everything's going crazy, and you've got that aha moment. Yes, I've got it. Now, I can't tell you when that aha moment's going to be, because people ask me about that aha moment quite a bit. I have no definite answer. I have no, oh, it happened this, it happened here. It was an accumulation of the 4 stages or the 3 stages before that allowed me to get that aha moment, okay? And that's what that is. Now, this is a very, very small amount of people, by the way. This is only 10%. Like I said, if you don't know, only 16% of the 100% that actually get funded actually take a payout. And that's numbers going to go down as more and more people get into the trading world. But this is you're getting some small profits. You might get $100, then you might hit a $500, then you might lose the next day $300, but your risk management is intact. You're slightly above water, is in the green. You start getting small profits and you can compound them. And then you start to have that, okay, now's the aha moment, and I get what I'm actually doing along the way. Excuse me. So then it's the final piece to your puzzle. And the final piece to your puzzle is quite overwhelming. It was for me. And regardless of my past career or whatever and all those things, which people think, well, how can it be overwhelming because you was in that industry or whatever? But it is, because it's you on your own who have got through the jungle of all the doubters, all the people who thought you could never do this, your self-talk, your self-belief systems you've rewired, excuse me, and now you've got to the magnet stage. You are the magnet. And it says It's exactly what it says on the tin. You are the magnet. Everything you touch, everything you do in trading becomes just so abundant that it just starts to spiral and spiral. Yes, you will have tilt days. Yes, you will have bad, bad months. Yes, you will go crazy. Yes, you will blow accounts. But you know how to maneuver in the financial markets, and in my case, in the futures market, because the opportunity is massive. And this is an abundance mindset. This is the breakthrough, and you become a magnet. You build confidence. You walk down the street with your chest high. The bank balance is looking good. And people are like, oh, wow, he actually did it. This is the magnet stage. And only a small percentage of people actually get to this stage. Because this is not for the average person, my friends. So if you've got an average mindset and you've got an average thinking about things and you live an average life, trading is going to be a massive shock for you, mentally, physically, spiritually. Okay? You are the magnet. Profits, financial growth, relationship growth. I mean, some of you might even get hair back and your hair might grow because you are an absolute magnet in what you are doing when it comes to trading. Now, I thought this video would be insightful and a little bit of hard truth, because some of you will be sat there and your ego may get in the way and say, I'm not at that level. But the fact of the matter is, if you look at this levels and you understand these are the stages and you're honest with yourself and you look at your last 3 months trading balance, or you look at your last 3 months journaling, you're going to understand where you are. Now, can you drop in between? Of course, but that would be a completely different video and more of a psychological video. So I hope you like this video. A little bit different. Thought I'd get it out for you as well. Good luck in your trading. If you need anything and you're at the stage, whether you're starting, whether you're struggling, whether it's a psychology issue, if you need anything and you need someone to help you get to that level of consistency, then again, there is a work with me link below. You can jump on a nice friendly chat with me. I said friendly then. Did you like that rather than friendly? A nice friendly chat so you can jump on the call with me. It's me, and we can have a discussion of where you are at, okay? Where you are at in your trading journey. And if you're a good fit for us and I'm a good fit for you, then again, we can see if obviously we can take you on that journey. But as always, hope you liked the video. Hit the like and do all the YouTube jazz, and I'll see you all on the next one.